I introduce you talking about infectious diseases. First of all, SARS. We're seeing and hearing a lot about it in the media. What is it, and how concerned should we be?
I'm very concerned about it. It's a very vicious virus. It started in probably in the slaughtering area, market in southern China, poor area, where they kill rats and turkeys and pigs, and anything that they can eat is killed. Blood is flying all over the place, and that seems to be where it's the genesis of it. And this virus in animals is vicious. It destroys the pancreas, the kidneys, the brain. So in animals, it did. In humans, it only caused a little cold in the wintertime. But the virus changed. The gene structure changed. There's now 29,000 genes in one molecule, and done in record time. It's very different from any other virus they've ever found. At first, they thought it might be a turkey virus, but now it's different than a turkey virus. But it behaves in humans like it does in animals. So we believe it came from the animals. We don't know which one. Just like flu, influenza comes in China from chickens and from pigs because it changes in it. And then, of course, the people live so close together in China, it just spread like wildfire. The Chinese kept it under. This developed in November, and then it wasn't reported till March. The poor Italian doctor who discovered it reported to WHO, and he died of the disease. He died. Carlos died of the disease. Italian, wonderful doctor, great human being. And a lot of people don't know that the nurses and doctors were the hardest hit. They were the ones that died most because they had high exposure, these people. And they didn't know what it was, and everybody said, well, it might be a rhinovirus, it might be this, it might be that, it might be flu. And so a lot of the doctors and nurses died of their disease. And then it spread from there to the rest of the world through, airplanes. It can be airborne, and it can be droplet form. The virus stays in the stool for weeks in the stool, so you worry about food, although so far it hasn't happened through food. It happens if you put it on a tabletop, it stays there for days and weeks without dying. So it's a tough virus.
So here in the United States, what degree of concern should we have?
Well, right now I think it's under control. First of all, we have great hygiene. We wash it. Washing the hands is so important. We don't wash our hands enough. And also we probably kiss each other too much, like the Europeans do. We all hug and kiss each other. We shake hands all the time. I think the people that we should, it didn't happen in Japan. Why? Why doesn't it happen in Japan?
Because the culture dictates that you don't touch
bow,
as much?
you don't touch, you don't kiss.
Come on, Leon, that can't be the reason why it did.
Well,
because really not as much kissing and hugging and handshaking?
Oh, I think handshaking is the worst part of it all. Oh, yeah, handshaking.
Leon, wait a minute.
I think handshaking is the worst. Touching and handshaking. Well, Ebola virus, another reason. Skin to skin. That's how it's transmitted. We shake our hands. Look, no one loves to shake hands and kiss more than I do.
Right.
But I'm concerned about it. I'm concerned that if we do, we should wipe our hands afterwards. There are a couple of people in this country that never get sick. One of them is a well-known guy. He washes his hands too much. He washes it 30, 40 times a day. But he doesn't get sick.
Is that Donald Trump?
I can't say who it is.
Okay.
I can't say who.
So wait a minute, Leon. As we do this program, I'm trying to put this in context. You've been like the 6th person I've interviewed this morning. We're going to lunch in just a little bit, You need to know about our production day, right? And we'll be taping more in the afternoon. You're saying that, I've shook hands with everyone who's come in here.
Yes,
I've actually kissed a couple of the guests.
I hugged you and kissed you.
Right? But are you saying, Leon, that immediately, not only before lunch, but after every guest, in between shows?
I think we should be more careful. I think before we eat, we should wash our hands. After we go to the bathroom, we should wash our hands.
A must.
People go to the bathroom and do all kinds of things in the bathroom. They never shake their hand. It says only the people that work in the restaurant should wash their hands.
Yeah, what's up with that?
That's crazy. Everybody should wash their hands. Washing the hands is the most important thing we do in medicine.
What does it do for us?
It get rid of the germs that spread on our hands. We spread it from our hand. We eat with it. Touch our. How many times did you touch your mouth today? You always are doing this. I saw you. You're always doing that. Look at right now. You're doing it.
And why is that an issue? Greg, why are you laughing?
That's an issue. You put it near your mouth, your lip. It gets in the gut. It gets in the air. Look, I'm not here to scare people.
But our little baby is hacking up. He's happened to be coughing. He's coughing and he's kissing. But he did cough at me several times this morning. And so if That was after I washed my face. I kissed him goodbye, he's slobbering all over me. I come here, someone hugs me. I'm potentially...
Well, you didn't get a viral load in you yet, but once you get the disease and the virus load gets up to the density, you can transmit it. You probably have immunity to your sons because you were raised in Newark. I know where you were raised.
So we're tougher.
You're tougher. No, period.
You think there's something
The
to
kids
that?
live in the Caribbean. They get all the measles and chickenpox of the Caribbean people because they're isolated on an island. Who are the ones that died of measles? The poor people in Fiji Islands when they got exposed when missionaries came in. They got all the diseases. When Columbus came to the United States, all the Indians were dying of tuberculosis because he brought it with him. There's no natural immunity.
No natural immunity.
Yeah.
But the SARS situation, before we move on to AIDS, I just want to clarify something. The media, we're pretty good at getting people afraid, scaring the heck out of people.
Yeah.
But on this one, you sound like you're concerned.
I am concerned about this virus because we don't know much about it. It's new. It'll be with us forever. Once it hits man, it'll always be on Earth. We're going to have to find a vaccine for it and some new therapy for it, and we're behind the 8 ball right now. But we do have the gene structure, and with that, there's good hope.
Do we have antibiotics?
No antibiotics work. Nothing works. They give steroids. I don't think it works. They give ribavirin. I don't think it works. We have to get a vaccine. Some people say Pfizer has a great drug that may be able to do it, but it's only theoretical. That was in Science. That's only theoretical. It looks like it may be able to hit the...
You don't buy it yet, though.
No, not yet.